And King cuts a relaxed figure on halfway as the teams switch ends. Scotland are without three key players that they relied upon in the Six Nations competition this year. Rudy Brown, their flanker, Richie Simpson, their fly half, and Duncan Munn, who plays in the centre and is their captain. Those three unfortunately unable to travel to Nairobi with this team. So the Scots lacking their flanker and Richie Simpson front as they fly half, and Duncan Munn, who plays in the centre and is their captain. He still have those three unfortunately with talent. Zimbabwe secure possession off that kick, and it's a very, very good one from King. He's put the ball long enough to cause Zimbabwe some problems here as they try and get out of their half. First touch of the ball for the fly half, Brendan Marume.
Late tackle.
Marume and his half-back partner, Panache Zuze, are the captain and vice-captain together. And really the heartbeat of this team is Brendan Marume. Sets the tempo for the side from fly half. Is a live wire in attack, excellent boot as well. We've got a chance to see just how good that boot is.
Yeah, good right there, yeah.
On me.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, fix our setup, please.
Marume
is he in or out?
Makes a good effort of that first kick to touch.
Okay.
Great attacking position this for Zimbabwe. Side have been sharpening their instincts by playing against senior sides in Harare in recent times, and so much so that the local senior teams don't want to face this under-20 side anymore. They've been on the receiving end of numerous defeats against local sides, and that's prepared them well for this match. And this is hacked through again. Scotland having to go back into their 22. And Avshar, a scrum half, co-captain today, digs for the ball. First touch of the ball in an attacking sense for Scotland, and they're only 15 metres from their line.
No!
Avshar back to King, and King to touch. Zimbabwe play it quickly. From the halfway they go. Nick Herrero, the fullback, was the man behind that decision, and they may have played themselves into a spot of bother. Off the floor they go. Scotland on the attack again. Good hands onto the right-hand side. Now looking for the ball on the inside to Avshar. He steps on the fullback, and it is Ben Avshar skating in for the first score for Scotland. The Ayrshire Bull has led his team over the try line in a captaincy role, really for the first time in his young career. And he has led Scotland the way. Has led his great hands here to get round the last man beautifully onto King, and then King stood up his man, saw Avshar on the inside, and that's a fine step. Avshar has a stab at it, but doesn't send it through the sticks, so 5 points to 0.
Option. Yeah. Scrum chosen.
A nice settler for Scotland after being under pressure in those early stages from Zimbabwe.
Yeah, Mark's going to be right there.
Marume's kick doesn't go 10.
You guys all right with moving just to here? Yeah. That okay? Better ground? Right there. This is inside.
First chance to see
line, yeah.
what both sides are packing in terms of scrums.
You can start there and you can come to the back foot. Crouch. Bind.
Excellent attacking position for Avshar and Co to launch from. Fly half today is a youngster, just 18 years of age, Andrew McLean, making his debut start for Scotland under-20s.
Yeah.
And Avshar may look to play him into things here. Instead they go to the left, but it is McLean, and he whips it out to King, and now onto the left winger, Geordie Gwynn. And Gwynn is held up well, and then the supporting line from King escapes his clutches as he went for the ball. Zimbabwe shutting down that attack in the end.
Let's go straight low, Craig. Keep your height. Keep your height. Let's go now. Let's go 10 seconds. Robson!
I'll watch. Yeah.
Here we go, boys. Let's go, Craig. Seconds.
Come on, Nos. Crouch.
Come on, Nos. Come on, Nos.
Bind.
Race!
Stand up. Okay. Just too much movement before set, okay? Like we talked about before the game. Get steady and then I can move on.
Let's go. Robson! Yeah. Yes. Here we go, boys. Yes. Let's go, Nos.
Crouch. Crouch.
Sink. Comes me, Ben.
Bind.
This time out, Zimbabwean scrum.
Set.
Here we go.
Ashe Zuze is Zimbabwe's scrum half.
Collapse.
Interesting to see whether in this position it is straight to touch from the boot of Marume.
Number one,
Whether the
collapsing.
Sables under-20s fancy running things.
Backwards under pressure.
Zuze puts it in, but they are under pressure again, and that Scotland 8 comes forward, wins the penalty.
Can't
And
charge
looking
a
to
penalty.
go quickly, Sam Derrick, but he advises, or is advised against that.
Right here. Yeah.
Panache Zuze could really do nothing there, the scrum half. So King's nudge to touch. First line out for the hooker, Jerry Blythe Lafferty. Blythe Lafferty finds his man, now goes in on the ball, and this Scottish maul will get going again, and it's a real strength of theirs. And there's Blythe Lafferty, and there's the line, and there is number 2 for Scotland. So smooth. The blue machine treads its way over Zimbabwe's line. So well honed, this Scottish driving maul. And really an easy score for Blythe Lafferty. So Avshar with a better angle for a right-sided kicker. He gets it. So Scotland 12 points to 0. Their campaign well and truly underway now.
Hold. Oh. Play on. Okay, one step. Hold. Stay on.
Only this
Stay
time
onside.
goes longer, much longer. Avshar watches it well. charge down from Zimbabwe. This could go anywhere. Avshar bounces again for it. Scotland have done really well to take that back under control.
Just make sure you're clearly behind him on kick chase, okay?
I think Ben Avshar will take a little more time on this kick.
That's it right there.
Boys on me, don't go over.
Zimbabwe, set up inside the line out.
Gets good distance on that when he made the connection. Goodness me. Superb
I'm
box
giving you
kick
the
from
mark.
the scrum
Come to
half.
the mark.
Good. Johnny Smith.
Injury? You okay?
The front they go with Alan Mwunga. And the line out is good. Now Marume. Into the hands of Shingi Manyarara. Penalty Scotland. They have wasted no time in ripping that ball off the floor in the hands of Johnny Smith. Well, Smith is in the side replacing Rudy Brown. That is quite a way to make an impact, because this is on the key ball carrier for Zimbabwe, Shingi Manyarara, the man who's recently signed a 3-year contract with Racing 92 in France.
Perfect, thank you. Just patience, gentlemen, we're still subbing. Okay, Victor, can we get him on?
Already Zimbabwe counting the cost of this encounter. And that is a sad, sad sight to see. Early change required.
Time on. Holding on.
And King, the Heriots player, waits for his chance to take Scotland further into Zimbabwean territory. New man on is Shedrick Mandaza. Mandaza replacing Zuze.
It's going to be a
scrum half.
Yeah, ball transfer. It'd be a scrum. If the man in the front holds it,
blow to Zimbabwe. Zuze, not just their scrum half, but also the captain
being a part
in this
of
team.
We talked about that. Yeah.
Scotland go again, and Blythe Lafferty finds his man. Zimbabwe have very, very cleverly found a way to stop this Scottish rolling maul. Liam McConnell, the man who took it out of the air, and the captain today for Scotland, has a check.
Give him headroom. Headroom, tight head. Bind.
Hold it.
Set.
Let's go.
One step. Counter's fine. Six blue, side entry. There. Six.
To Mandaza.
Side entry.
Gets the ball into his first scrum, and here goes Manyarara. Good off the base is Shingi Manyarara. But Scotland then pour forward and disrupt the ball. Penalty Zimbabwe, however. Marume.
Good on you, yeah.
Okay, boys, good on me.
There.
Shoot.
Chiboga eagerness from Scotland. Marume with no angle to work with, and he doesn't make much ground.
No!
The Scottish team have matches against Uruguay and the USA to come in the group stages before the final ranking matches are played.
Ruck clearly formed. Yeah. Hands.
Same 2 for Zimbabwe in this pool.
Number 3.
Here they come again. Starting to settle into this match, Zimbabwe a little. Andaza wants runners away to his left. Another pick and go from Scotland. They've pinched it on the floor, but penalty again to the Junior Sables. There's a fierce contest
Captain,
on the
that's
floor.
2 ruck penalties. Let's bring the
Between
discipline up,
Scotland
yeah?
and Zimbabwe. They are not getting anything for free.
When he comes in, one of you has to come out. Yeah.
Orme with a decent kick to touch.
Inside the 5. Forward anyway.
Leopold Mutendi, blindside, takes it out front for Zimbabwe.
Forward to touch. Yeah.
Andaza.
From the
Lights.
line
Speed on the ball here, and this is Zimbabwe over halfway again and stretching Scotland for the first time. Back on the inside to Manyarara, who just can't find it into the hands safely enough of Kanya Garara. But the first sharpening of their teeth from Zimbabwe. Fantastic interplay, and this was close to being very, very dangerous for Scotland.
He's still holding it. Play on.
Simbaroshe, Kanya Garara.
No 5.
Not quite holding on to the ball.
Take advantage. 5 side entry. Yeah, back you go. Nope. Kawa.
Blythe Lafferty to McConnell. And Zimbabwe again stand off Scotland and say, come at us, trying to adopt the same ploy as before. This time it doesn't work. Avshar gets going again, puts the fend in, then looks for support on the outside with Gwyn, who chips ahead. Geordie Gwyn goes for the line, and Gwyn scores a beauty. Avshar with the break, Gwyn with the vision to chip over the top. And Scotland strike again.
Yep.
By taking flight, there was only one outcome, really.
Yep.
Clever finish from Geordie Gwyn.
Clear and obvious, yeah.
Plays his club rugby for Ealing Trailfinders these days. Avshar on the mark again, and just look how well balanced Geordie Gwyn is once he gets up and going. Superb finish.
No, leave. Leave. Get on.
19 points to 0 to Scotland.
Stay on side. Use it.
In by King. Avshar to McConnell.
You're going to be all right. 18 and a half.
Very good kick again from the scrum half.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, are
He's
we
had an exemplary
just hold on.
opening
We're
20
5,
minutes,
yes?
as have Scotland.
5?
And
Are you 4?
it's not been all that often that at under-20s level Scotland have been able to say that. Certainly not when it's come to the under-20s championship in previous editions. In the seasons preceding the one where they got relegated in 2019, there had been a struggle to try and finish above that drop zone position, and eventually succumbing in 2019 with 5 losses from 5 matches in that tournament in Argentina. Life in the trophy is proving much better. Here is Zimbabwe again. Shingi Manyarara in that red scrum hat, trying to construct something right on the game line. It didn't work.
Number 3 offside.
King, good take from the fullback. Now sets off again. Here is Gwyn, Geordie Gwyn,
offside.
over the halfway line. Good support from Ben Salmon.
Thanks, Kat. 3.
And for Duncan Munn in that outside centre channel is Salmon. Smith, the Harlequin, on the open side. Salmon is missed out.
Go, boys. Win the game.
Happy.
Stop.
Good.
On me.
Oh dear, Dan King has ended up on his backside
Play on.
after taking that kick to touch. Thankfully, he's not
No 5.
picked up anything further than that. And
5 side entry.
Scotland in position again. Blythe Lafferty
5. Side
gets
entry.
ready and is licking his lips at the prospect here. Zimbabwe once again stand off, and that's just allowed Scotland to march forward.
You can't come
Blythe
around in
Lafferty.
a line out. Okay, you can't come offside like
Not
that.
on the
It's a
ball.
side entry.
Zimbabwe
Okay.
pull it away.
That's 2. Needs to change. Right here.
Afshar straight in to call for the scrum.
Here we go then, no
Keeping the pace high, Scotland. They are keeping the pressure on.
Crouch.
So look here, Zimbabwe making sure they
Bind.
stand off Scotland to try and gain the penalty out of the Scots. It's a tactic which can work so well as long as it's executed properly, but Scotland are making sure that they're not blocking any Zimbabwean players from tackling them,
Advantage, not straight.
and therefore they are being allowed to take those
Not
meters.
going straight.
Worked once for Zimbabwe, but it hasn't
Time is
worked
off, yeah.
on the previous 2
Captain.
occasions. The
We have
platform
penalties
misses
for
for
inside
Afshar.
entry at the mall. Now we have a penalty
Number 8,
right here.
Derek.
If there's any more penalties in this area,
Controls the
it's gonna
ball,
have
he'll look to
escalate.
go from
Okay,
here, Sam
up to your team.
Derrick. Just under pressure, and penalty again. Alan Mwanga, you have to say, the open side could be in a spot of bother here.
Ready? Time on. Scrum chosen.
Here we go, boys. Crops in. Stop it, losing. Here we go, guys. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, take it, boys.
Sam Derrick never quite felt like he was close enough to pick and go. He wanted the extra metre or 2.
Hold. Enter. Sink.
Bind.
Hold it.
Set. Advantage. Try.
15 metres in from the left-hand touchline with around about 40 metres of open side to play with here. Will Scotland go through the forwards again? Certainly to begin with. Derrick, now Afshar, wants it, goes to the left. Here he is again, crashing over for a second. It is Geordie Gwyn from close range.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Yeah.
Scotland with number 4 already. And Gwyn, his second. One pass, and that's all it took.
Sorry, one moment. Okay, Victor, I need communication from you on these, please. Okay, tell me early so that I can do this. Are we good to play? Okay. Time on.
Scotland making substitution for Blythe Lafferty, changing with Corey Tate. 26 points to 0 up. Brendan Marume.
Sorry, just one step.
Yeah, on me, boys.
Zimbabwe showing signs when they do get the ball that they are able to mount attacks which could challenge Scotland, but the pace of the attack from Scotland and the physicality in taking the ball off Zimbabwe on the floor in the set piece is very impressive.
Yeah.
Junior Sables have looked particularly good off line-out ball, and here goes Marume again. Good pass from left to right. Now over to the right winger who gets around his man, keeps it alive as well. Nicely done from Kanya Garara.
No, incidental.
Mandaza. Again to Manyarara. Gets the legs pumping, but he's taken well by Scotland. Next wave sees Chinwada take the ball forward, and 3 good phases of play for Zimbabwe, and Mandaza goes himself, he's blocked, and Scotland are having to scramble back quickly as Marume came flying through the fly half.
6. No, clearly 6.
Defence in the end from Scotland, and nothing untoward in what looked like a block on Mandaza. So Scotland can keep playing. So Boromir Bear replaces Boromir Bear in Scottish ranks. Corey Tate on the field for Blythe Lafferty. 2 club mates in the Super Series team.
Yeah, okay. Just.
And there's a very young fan of this Scottish under-20s team. Connell rises high. Afshar gets a good pass on. Tries to keep the pace high, then fumbles the ball to scrum half. Really is about the only error that Scotland's number 9 has made.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Back. Missed it. Step.
Now, good scrum from Zimbabwe, this time allowing Manyarara to pick and go, and he doesn't need a second invitation. Superb offload from the number 8. Here's Marume. To the floor, Zimbabwe retain it. Onto Scotland's 22.
Play on.
Mandaza. Little juggle of the ball, and then it's knocked on. Scotland might play from here, and play they will. Norrie, good hands from the tight head. Little slip of the foot from Salmon, but he regathers.
Back. Play on.
Zimbabwe, however, regather the ball and now head away. Showing to Scotland that they can pinch the ball on the floor just like their opponents. Carry from Erskine. Marume. Lovely loop pass over the top, but now it breaks down. Scotland surging forward, looking for the opportunity. Finn Douglas is in the race here. Bounces well for Zimbabwe, and they'll counter themselves. Exciting passage of play from both teams. Really opening up.
Nice him to
Go
jog
line.
away from Douglas.
Charge down from O'Connell. Another
Goal
chip
line
and
drop.
go. This could bounce anywhere. Picked up by King. Step off the right foot from Dan King. Now puts it in behind.
Behind him.
It'll bounce up over the line for Zimbabwe to touchdown.
Behind.
Finn Douglas was hunting and hoping. Good
Get them behind
defense
you.
in the end. It has taken 20 minutes or so,
Step.
but since Zimbabwe found their feet in this game, they were able to challenge Scotland. It is a far less structured style of play than what Scotland will be used to from their regular opponents in the Northern Hemisphere.
High tackle 12. Yeah.
They can be dangerous nonetheless. Ben Salmon on the left wing. Avshat. McLean was having a tidy enough game at
12,
fly
high tackle.
half in his opening starts for Scotland under-20s. King, good pass around the back. Kerr Yule, inside centre, is taken down, but high tackle.
You can take the line. On the line, on the line. There you go.
Possibly high from both players. Yule running out of green space.
Ball. Out to 15. That's once blue. Yeah. He's through the middle, no problem.
To the middle, taken down by Derek. Corey Tate now, having seen Blythe Laverty get over the try line, he wants to match that. Tate on the ball. Junior Sables coming through though. Avshat
Just wait.
gets it. Yule powers
So it looked to
forward.
me like the player is short.
Yes.
Makes another movement
Afshar
after
again.
his initial movement.
Brings
no
in
try for holding on. Do you agree?
Norrie.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
Norrie
Okay.
driven close to the line,
try.
driven over the line, but held up.
Holding on. Double movement. It'll be a penalty right here.
Consultation between Robin Kaluzniak and his assistant on this side of the pitch.
Look for your AR.
This was the run from Norrie. On the books at Glasgow Warriors. And surely he's got that down. But no. Scotland denied their 5th try.
You're good here. You're good there.
Let's go.
Again, Marume puts good distance on the ball.
Back.
Does come with a very decent reputation
Play on. Nothing wrong.
in Zimbabwe. Man who's not
No
afraid to
Leave it.
mix up a tactical kicking game
Ball's
with
available.
playing fast and loose and raising the tempo when needed.
It touched the player.
This is
Play
a
on.
missed line out from Zimbabwe, and Tate sees space on the outside of him. It's gone backwards, so McLean can tidy up and good in the line, and that's a heavy collision. Dan King into contact, and two Zimbabwe players felt the full force of the
Looks to me
fullback
like
there.
the kick has gone off a white player, therefore a charge down. So I'm
Shot,
happy
whips
that
it
the player's
away.
onside for that reason.
Little chip through, and this is going to bounce up nicely for Douglas. Then on the outside, and Derek sees the line, and Derek
Okay, you wanna go
scores.
penalty?
Yes, I
For
think
offside?
offside.
Okay. No try. Offside.
Few words being had between Cat Roach and Kaluzniak just to check. There wasn't an offside in the build-up.
Yeah. Sorry? Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait. Yeah. We'll wait. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Scratched
move.
off
Okay.
by the officials.
Ready? Offside in front of the kicker.
And this is the reason why. Well, onside initially, surely. Passing was good, but maybe just a step ahead.
Wait.
And that is Kaluzniak and Roach's decision. Roach in the perfect position for that. Orome puts this high. Doesn't put it out. King at the back. Plenty of time.
Keep coming, White.
He doesn't find touch either.
Wait. He's on, he ran 5.
Zimbabwe give chase. Afshar is covering across the scrum half, and he can really counter. Again onto Gwyn, who uses his left boot. Goes in field off it. Now Edward Sigaruke. King. Besides electing to keep this in play, King has weighted that perfectly. Marume gives it everything he can, but the kicking exchange from that one in favour of the Scots.
Good right here, yeah. Yeah, just stay. Yeah. Right there. Time on.
Change! Club!
Yeah, still got it at the front, ball formed. Get outside. Taking advantage for leaving the line out. Yeah. Come back here. Leaving the line out early, Zimbabwe.
Once again to McConnell. And Scotland once again on the move.
Leaving the line out.
Looking for this try, which twice in the last few minutes has eluded them, but they're still going until the referee calls them back.
If
for
we
the
choose
penalty.
not to contest, we can't move backwards out of the line out, okay? You can move sideways, can't move backwards out of the line out. Okay, here's your mark. Stay White. There we go. In front, 5 and 6 in front. Obstruction. Got to give access to the jumper. Obstruction.
That'll be Liam McConnell again. Number 6 and co-captain of the Scottish team. Indeed it is. It is the safe ball for Scotland, although
Let's
for
just
the first time in this match,
on-
a line out which Scotland don't get absolutely right.
Here we are.
Let's go.
Let's
go. Robson!
Zimbabwe wanting to play quickly, playing a little too quickly and making the mistake. There is Alex Unyamunda in the inside centre channel for Zimbabwe today.
Set. Take advantage. Still down his blue. Back.
Scotland going forward. Derek handles it. Afshar on the loop round, and Derek goes again.
Yeah.
Back
Come
to
back for the
Afshar.
No advantage. Yeah. Coming back for the previous penalty.
Johnny Smith plays scrum half. Parkinson keeps the play alive.
Okay.
Afshar goes over the top. This is one for Finn Douglas, who's shown real pace as he's hunted balls down that right wing. Nothing quite bouncing for him in this first half.
Okay, yeah. just inside 22.
Out of the
Yeah,
Edinburgh
I understand,
setup.
I understand,
Also
yeah.
plays rugby for the Southern Knights.
Okay,
Does Finn
make
Douglas.
this up. Good on you. Yeah, we'll fix it. You're making us up. Yeah. So lifters cannot come in front. Yeah. Okay, stand in line. Good, Victor. Time on.
Man on is
Okay.
Tawanya Yasha Bawanya.
No clear
Goes
release.
into the pack.
2. You're part of the tackle. Cannot rip the
Zimbabwe.
ball. Yeah.
Tate to
Yeah.
McConnell.
Hand it off.
Avsha pops
Captain
it
and
back
number 2,
inside
please.
to Tate. Then again back to the scrum half.
So we had a warning in this area already. This is a penalty for not clear release. It's going to be a yellow card for number 2.
The McLean plays scrum half, and then the forwards have a go again. Knocking it on in the process, though. Zimbabwe
Okay.
won't be allowed to
No clear release.
play that.
Scrum
They
chosen.
weren't rolling away in the tackle, so penalty to Scotland.
Yeah. Victor, do they have a hooker on the field already, or are they bringing
Just
a sub
over a
on?
minute until half-time.
Keep it going, boys, come on.
And well into the second half, Zimbabwe will
Time
be
is off.
down to 14 men.
Okay.
Yellow card brandished by Robin Kaluzniak for that latest offence at the breakdown.
Stay low, Nels.
To have a live scrum, Zimbabwe are probably going to have to bring on
Just come towards me. Towards
a
me.
front row replacement here. So one of their back rows can slot in safely.
Let's go. Second.
Time on.
Locks in.
Coach. Bind.
Hold it.
Maka Ndoro is the man to
Both teams engaging. Okay.
take his
Yeah,
place
yeah.
in
Don't
the
be
front
leaning
row
forward.
and
Don't lean
having to
forward.
make way after that yellow card
just don't lean
to
in.
Brian Cheng.
Come on, boys. Let's go.
It's a real blow to Zimbabwe, especially as half-time and given that chance to regroup, but
Coach.
they'll then be fighting the numerical disadvantage.
Hold it.
Set. Ball's out. Play on. Yeah. Time is off. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk. Yeah, got it. Back we go. Take your team back. Just
Avsha
move back.
with the perfect platform to work
move
from in
back.
this
Just
first
take
half.
your boys back.
Derek can't quite control the ball. Avsha goes himself and he's
that'll count.
upended, and the ball goes forward in the process.
So I've seen a clear
Everything
lifting
seemed to
tackle by number 8
part
White. Have you seen how the
For
player
Ben
landed?
Avsha there,
Yeah, with the back.
Yeah, on the back, I agree. So
gap
it's a
that he
yellow card.
simply had to
100%.
take,
Yeah.
but as soon as
Number
it
8,
appeared,
please.
it was closed.
Number 8.
Slammed shut
Yeah.
by Zimbabwe.
Lifting tackle, the player's landed on the back. It's a yellow card.
Robin Kaluzniak is going to confer about that tackle.
Scrum again.
Let's go,
Okay.
fellas.
Lifting tackle, scrum chosen.
Looks in.
Second yellow card for Zimbabwe, and this time to their number 8, Shingi Manyarara. Down to 13, and
Good now.
this is making
You bind to him.
any
Bind to him.
comeback at the start of the second half so difficult. Here is that tackle
Crouch.
beyond the horizontal,
Bind.
so far beyond the horizontal that
Okay.
it wouldn't have been
What's our problem here?
too much of a difficult
You get to a
conversation.
clear position, you don't be leaning forward. Okay? Keep your weight underneath you.
Looks in. Find your shape, Noe. Looks in. Come on, boys, push. Win the race, boys. Second.
8 men of Scotland in the pack against just 6 or 7 from Zimbabwe, depending on whether they choose to put a back into the back here to bolster it. Either way, a brilliant opportunity for Scotland to round out this half with another score.
Thanks.
Derek watches it closely.
Yeah.
Now goes to the left with McLean. The fly half spreads play. There's King to the line, and it's that man, the hat-trick man, Geordie Gwynn, crashing into the corner again. Ruthless set play from Scotland. A pass from Derek, and right in front of each of the recipients, allowing King to almost score it himself, but with Geordie Gwynn herring up on his outside.
Nope. Okay. Half time.
Avshar can't quite add the extras, so 31 points to 0. In fine form, and Zimbabwe in fits and starts have shown what they're about as well, but not managed to put anything that has amounted to points just yet together. Perhaps over the next 40 minutes for Zimbabwe, they can bring themselves back into this contest a little on the scoreboard. Scotland, of course, the favourites coming into this competition to go all the way and gain that promotion spot to the Under-20s Championship for next year, and of course lift the Under-20s trophy title. This first match gets underway in the second period, and Scotland fielding the ball nicely and running it out of their 22 early on. Avshar, one of their stars from the first half, the co-captain at scrum half, moves the play to the left-hand side. Good pass from Ewell, and then this man is off and running again. Geordie Gwynn is flying. Gwynn cuts in off the right, now sets his sights on the try line. Geordie Gwynn is going to go all the way, just short. Terrific run from Gwynn, and here's the next phase, and Scotland get over, and that is superb. Eddie Erskine crashing down after a beautiful run again from Gwynn. And Scotland are flying in Nairobi. Quick hands from the captain, McConnell, to find Erskine after that run from Gwynn. Blockbuster beginning to the second half. Avshar once again lining up a shot at goal.
Yep.
Plenty of distance on it, but to the right of the posts. So 36 points to 0 it stays. 6 tries now for Scotland.
Right. You okay there? There's no foul
Geordie
play.
Gwynn
He's
with
falling
that
to
run,
ground. There's nothing the
making
tackler
as
can
many
do. Tackler's bent
meters
at the waist. You all
without
right?
scoring a try as
Okay,
he
can we
did
check with
in
medics,
scoring
please?
the hat-trick on the first half.
No, there's no foul play there. Tackler's bent. He's falling down.
Erskine,
No foul play, no problem. Yeah.
who's continuing in a starting
It'll be a
role
scrum, yeah.
after making his debut start for
He's fine.
Scotland
Okay,
in
yeah,
the
scrum.
back end of this year's Six Nations.
Hand it, boys. Quick, push, quick.
Load fire on you.
Come on, boys.
I'm on you, Craig. Go, mate.
Balance.
You guys tight, go.
Yeah.
Everyone tight.
Crouch.
Let's go, Eddie. Let's go, Parky.
Bind. Set. Okay. We'll play. We'll play. Okay, knock on by White here.
Yeah, come on!
Yeah, we fixed it, I understand. Yeah.
Big push, boys, big push.
Yeah. Just need to stay up.
Zimbabwe
Okay, stay up,
still
keep your
down
mind
to
on.
13 men,
Yeah.
remember, after those 2 yellow cards
Yeah,
at the
knocked
end
on
of the
by White
first
in the
half.
tackle.
Brian Cheng, the hooker, and Shingi Manyarara are still off the field, and that is why Scotland are looking to run from all corners.
Stay square. Yeah.
You got Louis. Saki. Here we go, boys.
Crouch.
Eric there,
Bind.
a little over-eager to get that ball onto Afshar.
Set. Ball is out. He's totally unbound. Ball is out. Ball was out. Play on. Ball was out.
There are the 2 yellow-carded players for Zimbabwe.
Step back. Wait,
Usual service from Scotland at the
Wingers
scrum.
on.
They have been dominating this facet of the game. Derek tidies it up. Afshar,
No,
McLean
14.
uses the hulking presence of Kerr Yule.
This is carried back.
And from Salmon. And King goes cross-field here, and this is meant for Finn Douglas. Taken well by Sigaruke, steps to the left, and then he's hit very hard indeed by Tate.
Still advantage.
Will be cleared,
Get
and
on.
cleared long, but there's plenty of Scottish
over.
players back, and Dan King is one of those. King
Is
over
inside.
to Gwyn, who fights hard and slips the ball back to King. He's having a wonderful game on that left wing is Geordie Gwyn. Mandaza keeps it alive for Zimbabwe. Nothing doing outside. So it's the long boot. Andrew McLean. Good step from the fly half, and now he gets to show his attacking skills. McLean pops it along to Gwyn again. Cutting back in field. This time he's taken well. Keeps the play alive though with Johnny Smith. And Smith has kept the ball up as well to Afshar. And that is just superb from Scotland's under-20s. Afshar in again. And that might just be the pick of the bunch. Gwyn's legs were taken early this time, but he had the presence of mind to find Johnny Smith, and Smith then sought out Afshar. And Afshar was only heading for the line. Lovely fend, and then just knew instinctively where the support runner was.
Go ahead, thank you.
Danny's off the hospital, they've got a passport number. I'm joking. I was joking.
Kicks Zimbabwe off. To the try scorer, Afshar. The distance on that one too.
Yeah, not thrown straight. Scrum. Scrum chosen.
Team
Back
of
in, yeah, go ahead.
Kenny Murray led the
Scrum's here.
team for a year and a half now at under-20s level. Short line out, but
sorry, what are you asking?
a line out to the front.
Yeah, it hasn't been a scrum penalty. Yeah.
But not straight.
Good, Victor.
From the referee, so Scotland will have the ball.
Thank you. Because if 8 shoulders are way off, ball is out.
It's been a difficult week for both these two teams in getting ready for this first match day, because on Wednesday all the teams were locked down in their hotel due to civil unrest and rioting suspected to be taking place that day in Nairobi. Those were the plans. And so all teams were asked to stay in their hotel and do what they can from there. They managed to get back out on the paddock on Thursday.
Get on.
Derek again.
No, it's a knock
He's
on
having
first.
to do so much ball control. The number 8.
Now pushing straight.
Yule, good round the back, and that's a lovely line cut.
Yeah, we're coming back for it. Time is off. Yeah, send him back.
Afshar
Captain.
goes himself again, brimming with confidence, the scrum half.
Advantage. Now, this is the warning.
Nicely off the floor from McLean, and Douglas comes to the line. That's going to be knocked on. Everything Scotland are trying is causing Zimbabwe problems.
Penalty is back over here. Number 1, not pushing straight. To the corner? Yeah.
So back on the field is Shingi Manyarara. Zimbabwe back up to 15 players. For Zimbabwe now,
make sure we set it up properly.
The message at half-time, now that everyone is on equal footing with each other, has got to be to
take a step,
cancel out the scoreline in their minds and try and start again. Now that that opening 40 minutes is out the way, they're settled now into this match and can try and
play on same ball
as best they can unpick this Scottish defence. The first job is to try and stop this Scottish attack. Dan King and company will be looking for more here. Line out taken by Erskine. And then Corey Tate goes in, and Tate is going to stay on the back of this and then peel off at just the right time. He loses the ball. It goes backwards. McLean tidies up nicely. And the forwards do a little bit more to prepare a ruck ball for their backs, but losing it.
Take advantage.
Long kick downfield. King has so much time to pick his way forward.
Do you have the number on the tackle back here?
The first defender. Not sure well though. Afshar. He slips through the tackles. Afshar into the backfield again. Support on the left from McConnell. Lovely pass from the captain. And then again from Erskine. Goes forward off Scotland when looking for that final pass.
By number 20.
Well, that was something special.
No, definitely not. Yeah, he had all the opportunity to make the tackle.
Afshar, again the creator. The hands out of contact from those players in support.
Meters, it's a penalty.
Really nicely done. McConnell initially. International wingers that would be proud of the way that was kept alive. Craig Davidson was the man who just couldn't keep his hands on the ball. Might have been tackled early in the process, Davidson.
Good there. Time off. 1 and 3, substitution.
It was a good game, the fullback Dan King, and it's been a week for Scottish fullbacks, hasn't it, with Stuart Hogg announcing his retirement ahead of the World Cup rather than after it, as was expected. But Stuart Hogg's body, sadly, no longer able to take him out onto an international pitch.
Time on.
Hogg, of course, made his name initially playing for Scotland under-20s and starring for them before going on to win a century of caps for his country. Many players out here who have ambitions just the same. What a bumper day it's been for Callum Norrie and Craig Davidson. They take their leave, having bossed the scrum and the line out and the rolling maul from start to finish. And now their replacements look to do the same. Tate, he's trying to get his hands on the ball.
Yeah, go ahead and do them.
And then put that ball over the line. He might just do it this time. Corey Tate
go ahead and do the substitutions.
gets the job done.
Yeah.
And Scotland
after you kick, but go ahead and kick. Yeah.
eyeing up 50 points now. Welcome to the match for the front row replacements, Max Surrey and Oliver Minnis. Nothing Zimbabwe can do here, and it's a facet of the game which showed up very well in the Six Nations for Scotland, although 4 defeats out of 5. The rolling maul was a strength of theirs across the 5 games. Avshar on the mark again.
Victor. Thank you.
Out of hand, in open play and from the tee. He's having a very, very good game. Despite Zimbabwe being back up to 15 players, still Scotland with the edge. And 50 points is reached by Avshar with that conversion. Johnny Smith in that 7 jersey, while he's ransacked into touch there.
Ball.
Chance this for Zimbabwe.
Play on.
Brian Cheng with the throw. To the middle of the line they go. Good ball from Zimbabwe. Now can they do to Scotland what's been done to them on plenty of occasions in this match? Cheng sets himself, peels off. Brian Cheng going for the line. Cheng gets there. Zimbabwe have points in this match.
And your time
Spent some time on the sidelines, Brian Cheng. And how he shot himself towards the line at the perfect moment. Brilliant timing from the hooker, and then bundling over Corey Tate.
Good.
That is a head-to-head win for the Zimbabwean hooker. Marume's shot on goal goes away to the right. 50 points to 5. But there is life in the match now for Zimbabwe. That is a highlight to savour for Brian Cheng and for Zimbabwean fans. Deep kick fielded by Sigaruke. Marume now, this is the speed of the man. This is the danger he can create. Good pass on to Manyarada. Flicked out the back and over the sidelines. What speed Brendan Marume can put on the ball.
3 right, 3. Only 3
Might
right.
get a chance to see a bit more of that in this half.
Okay, it's 4, sorry.
the top from Derek. McLean. Johnny Morris.
No!
And then on the scrum half is Finley Burgess, who does a nice loop pass and then wraps around, and McLean ghosts on the outside. Here's Smith.
Still advantage, blue.
Burgess can't get his hands on the ball at the first attempt.
Coming back, no advantage. Side entry.
Well, the Menace, however, can. The replacement prop
Just
gets
side
things
entry.
moving. Tate under pressure. McLean hit hard, but bounces it
Entry.
well.
Not you. Yeah.
Burgess, King, looks to go over the top. It's charged down.
Just back here. Good. Yep. On the ground. Can't play the ball. Plant.
Scotland sticking to the game plan.
Playing event.
Heading to the corner.
Okay, no
And
advantage.
Corey Tate. Doesn't take it at the back, however. Johnny Morris
Just knocked on, yeah.
let it slip through his hands. Zimbabwe
Pardon?
with
Yeah,
the counter, and now the penalty, and now they'll go again, and they want pace on this ball, and this is going to be how things will play out for the
Time is
next
off.
20 minutes or so. Shingi Manyarara, unfortunately, knocking this ball on, passing it forward in the tackle. Such has been Scotland's dominance. It's not been easy for anyone from Zimbabwe to impress, but Shingi Manyarara has done that in the moments that he's had with the ball in hand.
Do we want to make a blood sub? Yeah. Yeah, blood sub coming.
And a shiner to go with it.
Blood.
Here we go then. So sorry.
I have fond memories of this ground just from 10 weeks ago. Zimbabwe beating Kenya in the final of the Barts Trophy.
Time on.
Here we go.
It gave them qualification
Remember the
to
warning?
this
Scrum
under
straight.
20s
Yeah.
trophy.
Crunch.
Kenya having already qualified, courtesy of being the hosts, of course, and that gave a
Bind.
second spot to them. But the first spot was booked
Set.
by Zimbabwe.
Advantage popping up.
Johnny Morris. Need to be very, very watchful of that ball
Advantage.
again. Now it's up to the backs.
Hold.
And looping on the outside goes Ben Salmon.
Move tackler.
Kenny Thompson involved in that attack. Heavy carry again from
off.
Scottish
Yeah.
forwards Johnny Morris this time.
21. Back here.
Still,
Off
it's
feet.
on the left-hand side they go.
Not this one.
Finn
The
Douglas,
previous one. Yeah. Yeah. You look good.
Burgess.
What are we doing, boys?
Look at the options that he has to his right.
Back you go.
Scrum, please, sir.
Everyone looking to get in on the act.
off feet, I
Erskine
already said.
wants the ball.
Scrum chosen.
Shedrick Mandaza over-eager again, and this is another yellow card and
Let's go.
a penalty which just didn't need to be given at all.
Sorry, time is off. 5 substitution.
Penalty which has turned into a yellow
Number
card.
5. Yeah.
Shedrick Mandaza, scrum half. Having a look here on the floor. initially there was a hand on that, but then Mondaza compounded things by not letting the scrum half play the ball.
Coach.
His point would, of course, been that the ball was out.
Bind.
The referee didn't agree. So Tanaka Ndoro comes onto the field for a second time, replacing Tanaka Tondo Mukampandi.
Use it. One step.
Burgess leaves it to Morris. His legs are taken well. Then Burgess has to claim the ball.
Leave it.
Smith wants to play scrum half.
Forward.
There's a ruthlessness to this Scottish performance in that they don't want to change anything. They're not looking to chance their arm and throw the ball out and play as wide as possible just because they are in front.
He's not rolling away there, so that's...
No, you guys trapped him in. Yeah.
Just lovely short line, and Finlay Thompson was there, but actually forward in the process. Thompson, the Watsonians player from Edinburgh.
Time on. Okay.
Come on, minutes!
Coach.
Man on, Rory Hart.
Bind.
Going to Eddie Erskine.
Stand up.
In the boiler house.
Fix our bind. You're underneath. You're over top. Yeah, underneath. Okay.
Let's go! Robson! Come on, minutes! Robson!
It is edging on to that kind of temperature in Nairobi. The heat of the day is starting to begin. This match kicking off at 10 a.m. local time.
Under.
Now at 11:30 local time.
Stand up.
In Nairobi.
Under. Do you understand? Yeah, under. Yes. And you go over. Okay, here we go.
3 more matches coming up today as well to mark your cards if you want to stay with us and follow this competition across today. Next up, it's Samoa against Kenya. The hosts are in action before the other match in this group, Uruguay against the USA, followed by Spain against Hong Kong, China. It is a full day of rugby here at the Neo National Stadium. And it will go a long way to telling us who the runners and riders will be for this year's Under-20s trophy. Just the 8 teams competing in it. All of them in action on day one. Scotland's in action again and marching Zimbabwe backwards. Marume does really well actually to get that ball away. Scotland field it. Chipped ahead from Matt Reed.
This is carried back in.
I just was expecting the ball back on his side. Didn't find it. Zimbabwe kick it back to Scotland, but there's so many players in the backfield for the Scots. Again, Dan King has weighted that perfectly. I think Marume could do.
Quicker. We need one player in there. Ball. Play on.
Tate pops it on, knock on,
Yeah.
and that'll go forward. So nothing doing for
Hold the weight. Wait for
Scotland
the ball.
from that one. But again,
You okay?
the intent there and the lines were good. Erskine it was who took the ball in the air, and John
Patience. Wait
Morris
for the
who
ball. Keep binding under. Good.
didn't receive the ball exactly where he wanted it
Bind.
from Tate.
Set.
Zimbabwean fans bringing the colour again to the Neo National Stadium. And that'll only be enhanced when the hosts play in the next match.
Stay on, hold.
Now can Marume get the ball back from this? It's good enough. Marume releases his backs outside him. Good pass on the inside, and now Zimbabwe cutting up the field and heading over the halfway line. Stopped just short by Scotland. Penalty for the Junior Sables. Up and go. As you might expect, the pace kept high, and again Manyarara off the floor from the number 8. Now to Brendan Marume. And he wants players outside him to have a go, and one of them is going to burst right through for the score. Edward Sigaruke. Finest moments of the match from Zimbabwe. Near length of the field attack. Lovely ball out of contact here, and Sigaruke timing his run perfectly. This is what they can do, the Junior Sables.
Yep.
When the match breaks down and there's less structure, they're able to pick off Scotland, and the question is, can they create that environment again where Scotland are disorganised? From kickoff. Rugby again. To run from deep, and doing so, and doing it very nicely. Mutendi has found his number 8. Manyarara, Leopold Mutendi will stretch his legs all the way home. Another beauty from the Junior Sables. When they play like this, you sense they can take on anybody in this competition. And didn't Manyarara do well to ensure that he dropped it off back to Mutendi without passing it forward? Mutendi was a little over-eager in his support line. So Zimbabwe coming to the party late on in this match. This was a terrific score.
Down. Down. Own player.
From deep again, Marume chips for himself here. Burgess goes back.
Turnover's good.
And then the straightener from Geordie Gwynn. No one's done that better today than Scotland's left winger. Asking with that last try. King now played his first receiver. Lovely line. Matt Reed is through. Cover defence just about getting back to him. Big long pass here, and now Zimbabwe really chancing their arm, and it is working out for them. They might be going the length again. Watch out. Zimbabwe on the inside. Mutendi is there again. Needs one more pass, and there it comes. It's a third, and it's a beauty. It's an outstanding passage of play, again from Zimbabwe. Mutendi showing just what a energetic support player he is, the number 6.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well, since Scotland hit 50, it has been all Zimbabwe. Conversion is a good one. What a stunner. This time from the fullback, Benoni Nicarero. And look how long this ball needed to be held up for by Mutendi, but beautifully done in the end. Tawanda Matipano.
No!
And who scored it in the end. So, Scotland get us underway again. 10 minutes to play. What does this one have left in it? 24 points behind are Zimbabwe.
Keep going.
Just scored all 26 points in rapid fire succession.
Thank you, play on.
Over to Yule. And Scotland looking to exert that organisation
No problem.
on the match once more. Salmon charging in from the left wing. Still there for Scotland. King. Now Thompson.
No!
Oh, Corey Tate is hit very
Leave
hard.
it.
Again. Yule. That was nicely done for Salmon.
No, leave it run!
Rory Hart.
Ruck.
Thanks, Surrey. That last carry in the 17 jersey. Now
Play
King
on.
again.
Or knocked on.
Here's Kerr Yule. Powering forward. King. Thompson.
Okay, you're on the ground
Has
there.
support from Douglas,
Always
but
under
can't
pressure.
find
We're coming
him.
back for the knock on. Coming back for your scrum. 13 green, substitution.
Zimbabwe have pinched it. And
Yeah,
they
13.
will look to go from here. As they have done
just be
for
a
so
scrum
many
here
of
for
their
the
scores in this second half. Trying to work it to the edge, but Scotland were watching them nicely there. Come back for the scrum. 7 minutes left to play. Who knows? Who knows whether Zimbabwe can come back into this any further?
Good. Square. Crouch. Bind. Set.
So often when scores go beyond 50, you see a couple of tries for consolation for the team chasing the match, but don't often see as many as Zimbabwe have scored, or in the manner in which they've scored them.
Arriving player.
And ripping Scotland apart. Mandaza. Scrum half is back on. Nanyarara breaks away, the number 8. Gets it onto his scrum half, Mandaza, who does really well. Now, can Zimbabwe run at this defence of Scotland again? Not this time. Scotland have got back. Mazua Gutu.
Yeah, good on you there. Yeah, good.
Bring things on after Mandaza's break.
Lifters in front. 19. 19 clearly in front. Obstruction.
Eight to the centre, and Erskine. Scotland penalised. The closing off the jumper by the lifters is the call from the referee, which you're not allowed to do. And once again, it's going to be sought for the outside, but Scotland picked this off, and to great relief for those in blue, another possible attack snuffed out, and instead it is going to be all 7 for Scotland here. This pass found its destination. Zimbabwe could have been skating in again, but Ben Salmon leaped into the air. And that has snuffed out any threat of the highly improbable from taking place. Lining things up with no Ben Avshaw on the pitch. And King hits it over. Pass here was from Alex Unyamunda. And it might have worked out.
So, see if we're getting clear, go forward. How can we get a penalty from that?
Sorry, what's the question?
If we can go, we're going showing clear, go forward.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we get penalised? They get penalised for that?
If they stay straight, then no. If they turn or drop or anything, yes.
To Scotland. With a few minutes remaining. Another lapse from the Scots. This time Finley Burgess.
Coach!
Well, they were word perfect,
Bind.
Scotland, for most of the first 40 minutes. Just sometimes those standards hard to replicate when players come onto the field and when the score are different for Zimbabwe as they start to try desperately to save something from this game.
They've
definitely done that.
It's a maul. Your second player joined, it's a maul.
Scrum going backwards again. Mandaza trails his number 8.
It was a maul, and then it got held up. Yeah. Yeah.
And edging towards the line goes Zimbabwe again. If they can keep this up, Scotland do stifle it.
Head over here. Yeah. Crouch. Bind. Set.
White. Move it. Move it. Carry.
Contest is good. Point out. You got cleaned out.
In fact, turn the ball around.
Contest is good.
It's really good rear guard
Use it now.
defense. Manyarara in the air. Zimbabwe contesting well at the scrum for the first time, but then the creep comes on. And it's the same result. They have been beasted up front, no doubt about it. What does Scotland want from these final few minutes? Not looking to play from deep, with Burgess going long. Zimbabwe, we know what they want, and they're going to go after it. Putting it in the mixer. Erskine drops it, and it might land here. It will. Mandaza.
You want to line out?
Shedrick Mandaza flying through the air for another try. What a second half it's been for Zimbabwe. They were 31 points to 0 down at half-time. And although Scotland have scored tries in this second half as well, which has pulled the game away from them.
Came forward off the mark.
This has been a terrific 40 minutes for the Junior Sables. 57-33.
Not moving, use it. No, 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 no. Play on. Not held.
Hands as Scotland eyed up a softer rib cage.
Back, hold.
Certainly know what they're capable of now in this tournament, Zimbabwe, and
Off feet, stay
it'll
out.
be such a boost for their next 2 matches to be reviewing this second half.
Playing advantage.
Taken by Erskine. Scotland may have a more difficult time of reviewing this second half, I would suggest, but
still advantage, get outside.
so many facets of the game. They have been excellent as well. 57-33, of course, tells its own story, and it might get more yet.
Yeah, he's on the line.
On the ball. Burgess. King has to check back and not Howells, so he gets up again. Surrey. 10 meters out. Kerr-Yule. Very good line from the inside centre. Burgess, quick hands. Now on to Reed. Ori Tate. 4 meters away. Scotland again from rounding off this first match with another 5-pointer. Finn Douglas, he's worked hard all day and he is held up over the line before being driven forward again. Advantage Scotland. Looking for that final push, and there it is. Scotland get a try to seal this game. The victory sealed a little while ago, but to round it off, it might be Eddie Erskine who's got that one down for a second score for the big lock forward. This is rugby at Bath University in England. Finn Douglas, well, how close was he to scoring? Next drive from Erskine. I want to do it.